Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'll be sharing these episodes with Nay. We're certified psychic mediums, and this is season 2 of Hello from the Other Side. During the season's episodes, we'll be connecting independently to the energy of a missing child from the United States. All we've been given is a name, a photograph, and the year they went missing. As you watch, you may begin to notice moments where our readings overlap or where similar evidence comes through. We hope that the insights shared today might bring comfort, clarity, or may even assist those still searching for these precious children. At times, you might notice that our independent readings seem quite different from one another. This doesn't mean that those differences should be dismissed. Sometimes the pieces that seem unrelated at first do come together to reveal the whole or different parts of the story. So please remember the information we share is received psychically. It reflects our intuitive impressions and should not be taken as factual or verified information.
Today I've been asked to tune in to the energy of Morgan Nick, who is a little girl missing in the United States. She is gorgeous. So lively, so fun, well liked, very talkative. Close relationship with mum as well coming through here. Possibly 6 years old. Maybe that's her date of birth. A 6 comes up there for her. She's sprightly. She has a lot of things to look forward to. Excitable. She's going somewhere. I can see she and her mother shopping. She's on the front of the trolley, holding on, like standing on the front of the shopping cart, holding on. And mum's pushing it through aisles, looking at things. She runs off, comes back, a little autonomous like that. Mum will say, get the grapes, and she will run off, get the grapes and come back, put them in the trolley. Beautiful little girl. Lovely personality. It's happened. Mum's been on television doing interviews. Her daughter's missing. Where's Dad? I feel Dad's out of the picture. Separation there, or estrangement between the parents. I wonder if she's a Cole. I am seeing a gentleman watching them, watching her, watching Morgan. This man is medium build. He's older than Mum. Mum might be late 20s, early 30s. He is 50s, maybe 60s, like older. He has a mustache. He wears glasses. He's beginning to bald, but still has hair. This feels very country, rural, as though we're in a small town. He wears a button-down shirt. It's checked. He wears jeans and boots. His boots are dirty, like he works outside. I think he works on a farm or lives on a farm. There's dirt, there's machinery. Now, and there's big lights. Where have they gone? They're in an area outside. There's big lights here. I'm seeing lights, the sorts of lights that you'd see at a park. It's on really big poles. Why are they at this park? But there's no... Might be a little grandstand or something here. Morgan is with children too in this area. They're playing together. Mum is with other mums, having a chat, drinking. It feels like soda, not alcohol, but just sort of drinking. It's a bit of a social thing. They are watching some sort of show or some sort of game or something. And Morgan is playing with other children. Keeps running back to Mum for a drink. Comes back, plays. Mum's loosely got her eyes on her. But she's just happy playing, and Mum's just enjoying her time as well. This feels like it's on a weekend, over a weekend, and it's just an evening where this is going on. Okay. And in terms of what's happened, I've just seen someone grab her by the arm and take her, like pull her. Her mouth is covered as well, and she's trying to scream through it. She's kicking, she's fighting here. Just trying to see what's going on here. I'm in the car park, really big car park. Where is it? It's like you exit, there's cars, there's a little bit of greenery here, cars. He's toward the back of the car park and she's just taking it, he's carrying her out to his vehicle. I feel like it's a truck. The back has a cage on it. I can't tell if it's caged the whole way around or if it's got a cage on it, like where you'd keep a dog or something. A lot of dirt in the back. He must work. The footwell's got mud and dirt in it too, and at the sides of this vehicle's red dirt. He must work on a farm or something. Like he dresses like a farmer. He's in this vehicle. He puts her into the passenger seat, shuts the door. She's awake. He hasn't poisoned her or anything. She's awake here. And she's looking around this vehicle. I think there might be some sort of what is that? Like a Mary thing hanging from like a religious bookmark or something hanging from the mirror here in this vehicle too. Some sort of religious trinket. And I feel it's, the Virgin Mary on that. He is getting in on the other side. He gets up into the truck, just starts the truck and starts driving. She is terrified and doesn't know what she's doing. She's tried to open the door and she can't. It's missing. I feel that handle, the door handle here is missing, or it's not a traditional handle. Mum is calling for her. She can't find her. She's speaking to the other children. They're shaking their heads. They don't know where she is. Where is Morgan? She has her bag. She had like a little handbag with her too, and she has that, Morgan's handbag. And little trinkets in there, I think there's some rocks and a lip balm. She is looking for her. People are leaving the car park and she is just calling, Morgan, Morgan. The police come. There are other people around as well looking. I feel as though someone drives around the corner in their vehicle. They're looking to see whether she's walked away. She's not in this car park anymore. And Mum is beside herself. She's describing to the officers what she looks like. Through tears, she's just in a state. We are in Arizona. Maybe Ok. Okay, I'm near Texas somewhere. Arizona's near Texas, but I feel like I'm more, I feel like I'm probably in the middle of the country somewhere. It feels very country. This man dresses like country, farmer country. He also goes to a bar. I see people doing line dancing there in this bar. He doesn't have a great relationship with his wife. And he goes to this bar by himself. People know him, but he's kind of weird. He's a weird guy. From the car park, I feel I've head north. driven north to what? 2 miles. They've hit a freeway. They're on a freeway. So signs. It's dark. It's late. Okay. I feel the motivation here is sexual because I see him remove his belt. I feel like he pulls her over onto the driver's side of the vehicle and abuses her there. I wonder if she had a little bit of some jewellery with a star or something on it, like a necklace or a bracelet with a star, a charm on it. So I feel like her clothes are pretty plain, like she's in shorts and a t-shirt, sneakers. He's gross. His whole car stinks of cigarettes. He's got terrible breath. His teeth are disgusting. Like he's just, oh, the smoking. He's a chain smoker too. He'll finish a cigarette, get another cigarette. He's just trying to get his name, and I'm hearing Michael Jackson's song, like Billie Jean. Billie Jean. But I don't think that's it. Billie Jean's a girl's name. I also feel like we're taken home to his home. It's off the highway. It's like a main road, turn off onto a main road, turn off onto a track, a dirt track. This area is green, lush. I'm thinking like Wizard of Oz. She was in Kansas. That area, like maybe around that area. Farming, rural in this area. What are they growing? I feel it's cropping. Crops. Okay, so I can see him going to a shed here on his property too once he's back. There's stockyards here, like he's had an animal in there. Maybe a horse or some cattle. No, not cattle. I feel it might have been a horse in these stockyards. Not well taken care of, this place. It's very run down. The paint on the stockyards it needs to be repainted. He is going into this shed, rope. He gets supplies, shovel. Oh no. He's getting supplies here. Maybe an accelerant. But he grabs a bottle of chemical. Okay. And then I've got the rope. I've got rope around her neck as well now. She passes due to choking. She's strangled with a rope on her neck. He has to dispose of this body and he plans to bury it. There is a white bag. This might be like a seed bag. You know, the type that you buy, excuse me. This might be a seed bag, the type that you buy horse manure in and things like, you buy seed in it. It's not Hessian. It's white and it's, what is that? It's a woven bag, a woven white bag. And I think he puts her in there. Dog. He's got a dog too. Dog coming. Dog's looking at the ute. Dog wants to come. He drives off. And I feel like there was a female in the house. I reckon the female in the house is like, oh, where's he going now? Wife. That might be his wife. I wonder if they have a teenage son or a young son in the house. Okay, driving. Haven't driven far. We have driven to neighbour's property. There's a tree and a fence line, and it's dark. It's real dark. It's going to be morning soon. He's got the shovel. He starts digging. It's like he gets there at night, but then he's there again in the day. He is just so emotionally detached from what he's just done. Zero remorse. Just see him with the shovel, like putting the dirt back over the top. And it's just over the neighbours. I feel like they've got a house like up from here that I can see from where I am. he has been incarcerated before. Or after. He's done this before. He's done this to someone else. Not this exact thing. He's tried to... There's another little girl. There's a story with another girl here. She is darker in skin, perhaps Indian or Hispanic. She feels darker. Her hair's black. And he was caught. He was caught and put in jail for that. He's like a drunk. He is a smoking drunk. It's going to sound funny, but what I'm seeing is like him in jail and like a priest coming. So I don't know if there's like a confession or something. There's a priest in the jail for him. I wonder if his wife organised a priest to go to the jail. And I don't think they actually talk to each other. I just think, but he was there for him. And he's like lying on the bed. Is he... I wonder if he passed away and the wife sent a priest to pray over him or something. Because there's like a story here. Yeah, I can't follow that thread anymore. I think he may have been in a different jail to where he lived too, like in a different state perhaps. He was far from home when he was in a jail. His wife knows about this. She saw an article or news about Morgan, and she instinctively knew he was responsible. But she's quite frightened of him as well, so she doesn't do anything or say anything. She's seen him towards other little girls being vulgar and saying disgusting things. She's experienced that, and so she knows. This area, the home, mines. I wonder if there's like a mine nearby, like a decommissioned mine shaft. Because I'm seeing what I'd describe as the entrance to some sort of gold mine or something. So I don't know if they mine in that area, but I think there might have been some sort of shaft nearby to where her body is. Now her mum's made this her legacy. Looking for other children. She's looking for other children too. This is really impacted what mum does on a daily basis, not just in the way of, the grieving mother, but I feel as though she's done something with this. Maybe she talks about missing children or educates families about safety. I'm seeing Daniel Morecambe now, and his parents are like advocates and things, so maybe she's involved in that kind of work. And her daughter, like I just see Morgan just blow a kiss. That's all I can pull.
So the first thing I'm seeing is a shoe, like a gym shoe or trainer, and it looks like blue and white, so mostly blue with white at the back, white kind of stripes, two stripes maybe down the side, maybe white around either side of the tongue of the shoe, and blue laces. So I'm seeing a shoe, and I'm hearing the shoe was the problem. The shoe was her undoing. That she was very trusting, and I'm seeing her bending down now as if she's tying up her shoelaces, concrete or asphalt, maybe asphalt under her feet. She's kind of between two vehicles, so part vehicles bending down. I feel like what I'm seeing is like the Grim Reaper, so there. She turns her face, so trusting. I'm also seeing a blue butterfly. She's kind of sitting down cross-legged, so I'm detecting her in my left. So I feel that unfortunately she's passed. And she's got kind of leaning forward with her elbows in the crooks of her knees, kind of with her hands like this, almost like, oh, I can tell you about the story just while she's conferring with me. Sitting in the grass, she liked to laugh, and I'm seeing her kind of roll a little bit. And I feel that she was just full of the joys of life and was very expressive and outgoing and bubbly and chatty and would jump up very quickly, very energetic, just a typical beautiful girl. Loved interacting and playing with others. Again, very trusting, open, honest. Okay, this was a bad day. This is what she's telling me. It was the bad day. So I'm seeing again her tying up her shoelace. I feel like there's someone who, there's something with his teeth. They're a little bit yellowy, or there's something, he seems quite skinny, a mustache, a dark mustache, a little bit sunken in the cheeks. He doesn't feel, there was a thought that went through her mind, like, I'm not really sure about this guy, like an instinctive feeling to do with his energy and his intent. I feel like he's bending down to help her. He's got jeans on, they're slightly too baggy around his around his bottom, so he hasn't got much meat on him, skinny legs. I feel like he's a smoker, seeing yellow on his fingers, and he's got some yellowing on his teeth. There's something about him too in terms of an odor. So he does have a body odor, which is maybe from the cigarette smoke, slightly distasteful. I feel like he bends down as if to help her do up her shoe, and then hand over her mouth and pulling her backwards. She's been abducted. I see her legs kind of like reacting to this because she's being pulled backwards, and her hands on his arms like this, like eyes widening. What's happening? He's looking furtively around as he does this, very aware of who may have seen him. I do feel like there's involvement with a van, and I'm getting the color, a blue color associated with this that just kind of switched to white. Then I'm seeing blue again. Whatever it is, there's a partition between the back and the front, so he can place her in there. The windows are kind of darkened. There is like a small window on the side, and there's some tools on the ground, and he's got his fingernails not just yellowish, but has dirt. So he's like a laborer or mechanic, maybe it's grease. He's got kind of like dirt or grease lining his the fingers. Maybe he's around his 50s. He's got a little bit of grey in the moustache just starting, and hair that kind of has a middle or slightly maybe to the right parting, dark, short, kind of sweeps around, not very long, a little bit of a flick or a curl at the back, darkish eyebrows, which I feel having flickerings of grey or white in them as well. His eyes look quite furtive, maybe brown, and I'm going to have to say weasel face, like skinny, small face. He lights up a cigarette. His hand's a little bit shaky. I feel like he's always opportunistic. So although this was sudden, he sees an opportunity, a moment, and knows when to make a move. So I feel like this was a car park because we're driving out of the car park away from a structure, a building. It's very round building, large, maybe an arena, something like this. But on the outside, it's just like plain, round concrete or material, and we come out of that car park and turn right. There's a town, so we turn right, then very quickly we turn left, right again. We're heading towards maybe a highway, and when we get to this main road, maybe there's 2 or 3 lanes across, we're turning left and we're heading, and I can see it's a state highway. I can see the state highway sign. So 1 something, 16, 18, 13, something along those lines. Maybe 17, something. And we're heading, I feel, north. I'm hearing Delaware. I don't know even where that is. He knows where he's going. He knows where he's taking her. There's like some tools in there. They look old, and same with like a cover, like for painters a painter's sheet or something along those lines, but it seems very old and tattered, and it's used for the kind of work that he does. So there's big heavy tools. She's kind of on them, like something which you maybe use to crack wood, or something that's got like a narrow end, and it's just a long pole with a kind of something to hold on to it at the top, and you must hit it with a hammer. There's those kinds of tools. There's also rope in there. He does pull off in a more secluded wooded area off the highway. I feel the highway is kind of higher than the surrounding area, and we're going past treed area. There is kind of a road, like a plantation road, feels like a plantation, like a forestry, not natural. And it turns off to the right-hand side. He just needs to go and secure the load. I do feel like there might be an act of indecency at that moment, the excitement, and then she's bound and gagged. Okay, we're joining back onto the road. We're going further north. At some point, there's another town to the left of the road, and we're pulling off the highway going left. This town's small and it's surrounded by a lot of forestry trees. It feels like a forestry area rather than natural bush, like, unless it's just spruce. Feels like forestry. Towards the outskirts on the side of the town away from the highway, there's more a secluded small cottage or home. There's a dog that comes out. The dog's tied. So I feel that there's not good fencing, if any fencing around this home. The dog is secured. I do feel that he takes her inside. The concrete's old and worn, and cracked and uneven, leading up into the property. There's 2 concrete steps and a little area to put boots and jackets, and then we move into the kitchen. The kitchen's old-fashioned, everything is run down. Kitchen's small, like formica and old linoleum, a little table. It's not very clean or hygienic in there. There's foodstuffs kind of out and about, not neat, just easy to grab. I do get the feeling there is a lady associated with this house as well that wears an apron. I feel like the piles supporting the house are not sturdy or steady. It feels like it sinks down at the far end of the lounge. There's a little television. It's not very large, old-fashioned. Everything feels old. There's a picture on the wall. It's like an autumn scene of mountains. And again, it's a very old-fashioned look. There is a crocheted patchwork blanket as a throw. And it's a brown, like vinyl couch with material seats. It's again very old-fashioned. He sits and smokes here. He has a ashtray which is raised on like the old-fashioned thing, like on a pole, and you can just flick over into your ashtray. There is near there, there's a road which is a unsealed road. And if we were going along the road leading to his house, we turn to the left-hand side into the home. A little bit further down is this unsealed road, and it goes up perpendicular fashion, and it feels like it's quite flat wherever this is, and a little bit plains and ongoing with some fencing and quite sparse. So he's taking a drive there. So there's an act that occurs there. He's not intending to keep her alive. So I feel if we keep going along that road and then turn at some point to the right, there's like a stone round structure. She may have been placed here. I do feel that there's intention to come back at another time and to bury her, but not far from that point. I do feel like if there is another homestead nearby, there's a lot of trees around that. It's white and wooden. There's no association with him in that homestead. He just needed a landmark, a structure. There could be a lot of stones on that property, or it's not neat and even. It's almost that it's easy to remove. I've seen handcuffs as if he has been arrested or was arrested, a known perpetrator. He's deceased at this time. He has confessed to somebody, more not out of shame, or maybe just lack of, he stopped caring. I feel like he is staring into space, having a cigarette, talking about it like it's nothing, but maybe, don't know if it was under pressure, he's not skiding, he's almost like defeated, like, okay, well, nothing happening here. This is also what I've done. Don't know what this vehicle is. It's one that has a long rectangular window that's kind of darked out at the back, just normal kind of ute style at the front. Maybe light blue. It wasn't a new vehicle, felt like old. He feels like low socioeconomic, making ends meet. I feel that he would wear singlet top quite often with jeans, faded jeans, with a leather belt, very skinny arms, and was doing odd jobs, handyman, perhaps tinkering, working as a mechanic. I'm seeing a shed where there's equipment and mechanical equipment, corrugated iron, surrounded by long weeds and grass, and it feels a little bit remote on the outskirts of somewhere. He seems like hillbilly kind of feeling about him, and a little bit suspect. People wouldn't necessarily trust him in dealings. They would be careful with him, but he does have some knowledge and is good at procuring, and is knowledgeable about engines. And I am seeing engine grease on his fingers, under his fingernails, kind of really ingrained. If there's anything else I can add. I feel like the home is wooden. There is a wire fence around the home with the shed. If I'm facing the front of the home, the shed is outside of, it's quite a big kind of rusty shed on the right-hand side. And if I'm looking out, it looks a little bit like it's almost a rural setting. There's space around this, quite flat and spacious, like there isn't a lot of vegetation around this property. He feels like he's on the outskirts of a smaller town, a town that has a couple of garages and serves the local community, but hasn't got a lot going for it. It's close to the highway, but it's not a thriving town. This is a town where people go and people live if they don't have much money. I'm seeing Delaware again, so I need to have a look into this case and see what this association is. I don't know. She's showing me that there are some round stones which mark where she was buried. Kind of there were some stones put around that, maybe to mask some of the dug area. I feel that it is close to a well, that there could be some evidence around that, but it's in that same region. So coming from where you, how would I explain that? Yeah, it's beside the well, not far away. I feel like it's an area that's a little bit hilly in this kind of paddock and has some long grass and weeds and some round stones. Okay, I think that's all.